Hi, this is Darren Doctorman with High Flow Fuel Injection, and today I wanted to do some runner comparisons. These are three of the most popular aftermarket cast TPI runners. You see those there in the middle of the table. The one above is a stock runner, stock TPI runner. And then I have a couple runner gaskets, stock runner gasket, and then an aftermarket runner gasket. This is a TPIS large tube runner gasket. And I've got some emails about people asking me what the best aftermarket runner is. And there's a few to choose from. The one that I don't have here is the TPIS or AS&M, a large tube tubular runner, which are kind of hard to come by. They're always back ordered, and they're more similar to the stock runner due to the aluminum tubular design. They're obviously larger than the stock runner. And let's just start off by measuring the stock runner inside diameter. Let's see if we can get this measured here. Okay. This is at the flange on the inlet of the runner. About 1.5 inches. A little over. Next, let's go to the SLP cast runner, Siamese runner. Now, it looks like someone did a little bit of cutting on this one. These are customers' runners that I'm using to do this video. But it looks like they only cut on the Siamese area, so we can still measure and get an accurate idea of what the diameter is at the inlet. Let's go. Well, it looks like they did some cutting, a little more cutting. So let's use the outlet end. They're not very even. These are kind of a rough design, rough cast. It shows 1.57 there. Let's do another tube over here. That outlet. 1.58. Let's do it vertically. 1.58. So they are bigger than the stock runner. Not by much though, really. Let's try to get in a little further on the stock runner, because I was measuring at the flange, and if you go in just a little bit further, you get to the exact tube diameter. Let's see what we get here. 1.45, 1.46. So the SLP runners are somewhat larger. The nice thing about the SLP runner is they do leave some room for porting. There's not a lot of metal there, but there's more than enough to open it up and then blend it all in, gasket match. And you can take back the dividing wall further, open it up, more in these areas too, and that makes a nice difference. So for the money, they're roughly $300. They're a good runner, but I definitely recommend porting to get the full benefit of them. So next, let's move on to, this is an Accel runner, cast runner. And these are really hard to find. They don't make them anymore, so you have to buy them used if you can find them anywhere. I rarely ever see them. I mostly see the SLP runners when I'm doing the customers' parts. Those are the most common runners that I see because those are one of the most readily available and probably the most reasonably priced runners, cast runners. But yeah, this is the Accel cast runner, and these are really nice. Some people like the design a little more. Let's do a comparison of the design between the SLP and the Accel. And then we'll get on to the diameter, the measuring of the Accel runner. Fairly similar. I mean, they're both cast. There's an obvious difference. The SLPs are solid. In here, there's no visible divider between each runner tube. Whereas the Accel, you can see the visible division of the individual runners cast in. Some people like the look of the SLPs. I don't think they're bad looking. I think they're unique. A lot of people like the Accel because you can see the individual tube. It looks more similar to, somewhat similar to a stock runner design. So yeah, a lot of people like those. It's just, it's preference. It's a matter of what you like. Everybody's different. Now let's move on to the measurement of the Accel runner. These have been around for quite a while. Not available anymore, but they're nice. If you look at them, they have a little lip right in here. I guess you could call that core shift. But that can be smoothed out when I do porting, and that's usually what I do. I smooth that all out. Open it up to this line or this larger gasket, which is about the same. Well, there's somewhat difference here, somewhat of a difference, as you can see. There is quite a bit of material at the bottoms of the ports that can be removed. So yeah, the gasket's pretty big. Let's see what the gasket measures real quick. Yeah, change that up.